Good morning, Sham Stars. Welcome to Bio Class. Today we are going to start Chapter 13, Organism and Population. In this video, we are going to learn about ecology, levels of biological organization, and factors of ecosystem. Now let's talk about ecology. Ecology is the branch of biology which deals with the interaction among the organisms and their physical, that is, abiotic environment. Subject ecology is basically concerned with 4 levels of biological organization. These levels are organism, population, communities and biomes. Communities, they live in ecosystem. In this chapter, we will discuss about organisms and populations. These 2 higher levels of organization. Ecology at organism level deals with how different organisms are adapted to their environment in terms of their survival and reproduction. Different biomes are formed due to annual variation in intensity and duration of temperature. Annual variation in precipitation, that is rainfall. The major biomes of the world are desert, grassland, rainforest and tundra, which are shown in this diagram. This diagram shows biome distribution with respect to annual temperature and precipitation. Regional and local variations within each biome lead to the formation of a wide variety of habitats. The biotic components of a habitat are pathogens, parasites, predators, and competitors of the organism with which they interact constantly. The key abiotic elements that lead to variation in habitats are temperature, water, light, and soil. So in the coming slides, we will be discussing about the abiotic factors of ecosystem. This slide shows biotic and abiotic factors of the environment. Major abiotic factors are temperature, water, light, and soil. We will discuss all these 4 major abiotic factors of the environment one by one. Temperature is the major abiotic factor which is most ecologically relevant. There is seasonal variation in average temperature of land. It decreases progressively from the equator to the poles and from plains areas to the mountains. The range of temperature varies from sub-zero levels in polar areas to more than 50 degrees Celsius at high altitude in tropical deserts during summer. The temperature affects the kinetics of body, enzymes, and thus the basal metabolism and other physiological functions of the organisms. Based on tolerance of temperature range, organisms can be divided as stenothermal. These can tolerate a narrow range of temperature. And the second is euthermal. These can tolerate a wide range of temperature. Stenothermal organisms typically live in open ocean and the euthermal organisms typically live in coastal water. Water is the next major important factor without which life cannot exist. Animals depend on water in their ecosystems. Water provides a habitat for different plants and animals. Water is important for photosynthesis. It plays a role in plant production. Some seeds are dispersed by water. Based on tolerance of range of salinity, organisms can be grouped as stenohaline and euryhaline. Most animals, whether osmoconformers or osmoregulators, cannot tolerate substantial changes in external osmoregularity and are said to be stenohaline. Euryhaline animals can survive large fluctuations in external osmoregularity. The next factor is light. Light is the energy that is used by green plants during the process of photosynthesis, a process during which plants manufacture sugar by combining water and carbon dioxide obtained from the air. The intensity, quality and the duration of light plays an important role for the survival of organism. The organisms have photoreceptors. The light may lead to many processes the photosynthesis is performed by the autotrophs. The differentiation of tissues in plant requires light. It also affects the growth. The higher intensity of light produces internodes and leaves. These are smaller in size. The mechanical tissues and flowers are more in number. The lower intensity of light produces internodes and leaves, which are larger in size. The mechanical tissues and flowers are few in number. The cells are large in size. The another major factor is soil. The nature and properties of soil vary from place to place. It depends on climate, weathering process, and whether soil is transported or sedimentary, and how its development occurred. The soil composition, grain size, and aggregation determine the percolation and water holding capacity of the soils. Soil composition is an important aspect of nutrient management. The basic components of soil are mineral nutrients 45%, organic matter 5%, water 25%, and air 25%. Soils perform several vital functions: sustaining plant and animal life below and above the surface, regulating and partitioning water and solute flow, filtering, buffering, degrading, immobilizing and detoxifying, storing and cyclic nutrients, providing support to structures. So children, this is all about abiotic factors of ecosystem. I hope you must have understood. In the next video, we will talk about biotic factors of the ecosystem. Thank you, Shem Stars. That's all for today. You can drop your queries on Google Classroom. Take care.